you're going to get a shot here. 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 You're going to get a shot here.
Welcome to the No Shot NBA podcast with Chuck and Duck. And engineer Ben behind the scenes.
Hit a drop, Ben. Drop me in. Welcome to the No Shots podcast, episode 9.
Woo!
Risers and Fallers episode. That's right. We're back with a full app. We got the Risers and Fallers app. Talking about who's gonna climb the standings, who's gonna fall from the standings. Yep, full episode.
Full app.
We also got some Gen thoughts on the trade deadline and All-Star weekend. Was it as big of a fail as everyone's make it out to be?
The All-Star or the trade deadline?
Both.
I know.
We're going to talk about it, but before we get into that, how you guys doing today?
I knew you were going to ask me that.
He does that every time.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's how I knew.
So what is going on, Ben?
What's going on with you, Ben?
You know,
let's
it's
start
funny.
with
It's
let's start with
funny
Brooklyn
you-
Ben.
What
it's
is
funny
going
you
on?
should ask. It's funny you should. Actually, it's basketball genius now.
Basketball genius.
Why did we start calling you
Whoa.
that again?
Because I'm a basketball genius. Why else? What do you mean?
Oh boy.
No, honestly, not much. Shout out to Donna. She got me these earrings for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, they look good on you.
Thank
Great.
you. Thank you. I
Great.
appreciate it. I got a bunch of new clothes recently. Trying out the Gen Z Abercrombies. It's all about the baggy pant, y'all.
They're going full Gen Z.
They're
these
diving
days.
Yeah.
full to their Gen Z
Yeah.
persona.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
boy.
honestly, move on because that's all I have to report. Unless
Okay.
you have something that I'm
Okay,
forgetting.
If that's all you have.
If you sure that's all you have,
Well, I did go see 2 Buñuel movies in a row, and I wrote a little analysis on my Substack
Yeah.
in case anyone's interested.
Where can we find that? Where can
what's a
our loyal
Substack?
viewers find that?
Yep.
If you Google Ben M. Svigals Substack, my name should be listed under the pod.
I'm not googling that.
I doubt
You have the
anybody
link.
will. You have the link. We'll put
you know
that
what?
in
Why
the
I'm not
description.
googling it.
We're
That's why I won't Google
we're
it.
gonna put the link in the description if
Put
you
the
want
link
to
in the
read
description.
Ben's review.
You want to read my review / analysis? It's
Ben's-
a half-baked take on a couple of Buñuel films. If you're interested in surrealist
Feature.
cinema, check it out. Or don't. I don't care. But yeah, I'm doing good otherwise.
Yeah, let's get it here.
Oh yeah. I'm doing swell as well.
How you doing? Yeah. as well.
But I have a little secret for you guys.
Oh, someone's bearing the lead.
It's not that big of a secret, but I did listen to Blonde.
Whoa! First we got a Buñuel review. Now we got a Blonde
Blonde
Yeah,
review.
I listened to Blonde, and
What do you think?
Sierra. That's not blonde.
That's not Blonde.
I was playing hoops.
I was gonna start
I
saying
knew it wasn't
It's
blonde.
relevant
I
to
knew
this
it wasn't.
podcast because I was working on my right hand pull ups while I was
Oh,
not pull ups on a pull up bar, but
was gonna
dribble
ask.
pull ups
okay.
out on the court.
Shooting around.
I thought I definitely liked it better than what's the other one that I listened to? That one.
Channel Orange.
Yeah, definitely like it better than Channel Orange.
I thought
Taxi
you might.
drive.
I do, and I mean, I think it deserves. I'm still not sure it's anything that's my vibe at all.
That's fair.
But
Interesting.
I
Okay.
thought the arrangements were way more interesting, and
Okay.
the tonality of it was way more interesting than Channel Orange.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Um,
yeah.
And some of the pacing stuff I really liked, and But I think I don't know. I think I always am having problems with singers that are just really, really, really good.
Yeah.
You said before that
fair.
it felt too clean
Too crisp.
It did feel too. This one felt,
about Channel
but
Orange.
yeah, and
Less
this
crisp?
one, like the arrangements and the sound all sounded definitely a lot like a little dirtier and a little how should I put it? Like there was a scratchiness at times, like almost like it was playing off of vinyl,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I liked.
Nike's has that for sure.
But I
Like
think
just on the first
his
track.
voice is almost just too good for what I like.
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
fair.
too good of a singer.
Yeah,
Fair,
that's
yeah.
fair.
I
I mean,
Um,
understand.
I've had similar nitpicks with that in the past.
So it just
I mean, not about
yeah.
other artists. Go ahead.
yeah, but I think
That's
don't
how I
know.
feel about Miguel.
It's not. I mean, I do like some good
Miguel.
singers, but it's like
That's what I feel about Bruno Mars.
he's kind of got like a perfect R&B voice,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and
Well-
it's too perfect for me. I
Yeah,
I live
fair.
I live in the dregs. I like singers who can't sing but try.
but try their hardest. You do like
So-
sipping those last dregs.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
You do
But
like
I do
scraping
like
the bottom
good
of
singers,
those
but
barrels.
Yeah.
but a
Yeah.
lot of the good singers that I like have an ability to like grind up their voice. They're almost like screamers.
Yeah, that's
So,
fair.
Like when I listen to a good singer that's like because he's super clean, like it's a clean, like his
Yeah.
voice is just clean. Like
Yeah,
it-
it
it's
enunciates.
it's an amazing voice, but it doesn't quite work for whatever my brain or whatever.
That's fair.
So,
I will.
think
I
that's valid.
understand.
that's
that.
my review.
pick.
But I thought it
That's a
was
good review.
it was much better. I liked it
You
a
liked
lot
it much
more.
more
Yeah,
than
just like
Channel Orange.
just like the ways in which the songs swayed back. The last part of it was really good. Like I think I really liked the last
That's
the last like 5 songs or
Okay.
whatever.
that's fair. That's fair.
I do think that Blonde leans further into musical experimentation
Yeah.
Mhm.
than Channel Orange within the structure of the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
You know, kind of similar to those Buñuels. But I could talk about those two albums for
Well,
hours. so
last
I
thing
wanna-
I'll line up. This is just a disc. Like I only listened to it one time. That's
Yeah.
no way to judge an album. So
For sure,
this is
fair
just
enough.
these are just my initial thoughts. I'll have to come back to it in a while.
Yeah.
So
Tune in next.
I'm glad you heard it though. Yeah, tune in next time and Chuck will have heard Blonde 17
Yeah.
times.
or maybe I'll listen to something else on Danny's
Yeah.
list while I'm playing.
maybe a
hoops.
Kendrick Lamar album.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Martin had a dream
We'll see.
How are you, Danny?
A tornado flew around my room.
before you came.
I'm doing
Oh,
good.
so
Thanks
good.
for asking. Been working a lot. I have noticed working at these nightclubs. I think I've already mentioned this to you guys.
Yep.
But the new generation of young nightclub goers are so much nicer than previous generation.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, my generation, like, there would be so many, like, beautiful women who would come in, just not, like, extremely nice. These Gen Zers, these new 20-year-olds who are going out, so nice. They're all so nice. What's going on here? I think they get it. I think they get
They
it.
get it.
They get it.
What do they get?
No, they get
They
it.
get it.
I guess
They
I don't
got
get
it.
They get
We
it.
don't know what get. You're trying to get it with this new Get Up.
Yeah, you're trying to be involved, but
Get out of here.
Zoomer Ben. We might have a new nickname.
By the way, Danny's a bouncer.
I'm a bouncer. No shots, bouncer.
People come up, hey, can I get into this club?
No shot. Get out of here.
We are kind of the bouncer of podcasts.
We are.
What?
We're the bouncer of
Why?
podcasts because we say no shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yeah.
By
Reps
the
are
way,
like the bouncers of games.
I'm working on it. Okay, I'll come back next time. It'll be a much cleaner bit, take, whatever you want to
clean,
call
like
it.
a Frank Ocean song. No, real quick, we're finally on Spotify.
We are on Spotify.
Congrats to us.
Got the contract, 30
Thank
mil.
God you
Yep,
remembered to
30
mention
mil.
that. Yeah. yeah, huge
Spotify
contract.
paid
Yeah.
us the max.
Yeah, it
Yeah, we'll
almost
be on
destroyed
Spotify,
us as a trio.
And hopefully we'll be on Apple Pods too.
Apple Music
after
coming
this too.
soon. We're moving. We're chucking and
We're going places.
chucking and driving.
Yeah, so you can check us out
Moving and
there, and you
grooving.
can follow
Yeah.
us, I believe, after
Follow
we get
us.
this next pod up.
Yep.
So subscribe.
Subscribe, follow, like, comment.
Yeah,
These spicy comments.
yeah.
We
The
want-
spicier, the better.
Get into some
discourse.
drama
Yeah,
in
we
the
want
comments.
some drama.
Yeah. How come you guys never talk about the T-Wolves?
Yeah,
You guys-
please.
You know.
You guys talk too much about Draymond.
He's in the news.
He's always in the news.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's get into it.
You want to do trades first, or you want to do
Trades. I mean, do you guys have anything to talk about this trade deadline? Like Gen thoughts? Because I do have a couple questions. They're pretty
Okay.
generic questions.
Why don't you go with your generic questions?
Okay.
And then okay. So we'll start off some general thoughts with some general questions.
By the way, it's already been a few weeks since the trade deadline, so
Yeah,
apologies
just
if we don't
lingering
remember the
thoughts,
exact-
but not
Yeah,
a lot
lingering
has.
thoughts.
They haven't like played a lot of games
No,
with these
yeah.
new.
I have
new
the
players.
trades up, by the way, if you need it.
Ooh,
Okay,
look
well.
at
Ready to go.
basketball
Ready to go.
genius. Ready to go.
BG in the house.
All right, let's see. Who you think? What team out there you think got a little fun upgrade?
A little
trade
fun
deadline.
upgrade.
I got one.
You got one? What you
One
got?
that I like. It's a low key trade, but
Yeah.
the T-Wolves got Monte Morris.
Oh yeah.
He's not gonna change the course of your team, but they're already on an upward trajectory.
Some
And I
good
like
depth.
Monte. He doesn't turn the ball over.
No.
In fact, last year or whatever with the Wizards, 100th percentile in terms of turnover percentage.
Yep, and that's with a bad team.
And that's with a bad team. Yeah.
Bad team.
So, he's a guy who protects the ball. He adds a nice little veteran presence, a good guy for the second unit, and he can shoot. So I'm a
Do
fan.
all the little things.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it. Their offense really struggles when Conley's not there.
Yeah.
And Morris is a Conley-like player. Obviously, he's never
Yeah.
been as good as Conley, but
Yeah.
they're similar kind of point guards who can run a show. And you're not going to trust Monte Morris for 25 minutes a night, but if he can come in and give you a solid 15, that's
Yeah.
worth it
Exactly,
for them because they need organizing. Like you could even see it last night in that Bucks game. Like they
Oh, yeah.
completely melted down in the
Yeah.
third quarter. So it's still a struggle out there.
Definitely still issues.
I mean, they just turned the ball over. Like forgot to look it up, but it felt like a billion times in that third quarter.
Yeah.
Which ended up losing them that game last night. So they need organizers because sometimes their offense it got really bad, really stagnant. It was like one pass shot.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying he's going to
think
solve
that-
all their
no,
problems,
no.
but I think it's a solid
fun
move.
little upgrade.
it's good to have an influencer on the team.
Absolutely.
Organizer, I mean.
Organizer. Organize this, Monte. How about you, Charles? You got a little fun upgrade off the top of your head?
Yeah, I don't even know if this is it's definitely an upgrade because Grant Williams was so bad. But yeah, I'll just bring out the Mavs now. Let's start the
Okay.
Mavs conversation
Mavs
Sure.
talk.
because they gave up a lot for do you have the Mavs trade up there? I know they
For
have
the
two
PJ
trades.
Washington trade.
Yeah, what's
PJ
the
Washington.
They gave up Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a 27 first rounder.
Yeah, and they also gave up a first rounder for Gafford.
Gafford, yeah.
And they're pretty strapped on future assets now.
Yeah.
So
Knicks
but
still got their pick this year.
since the trade deadline, they are 5-0, first in defense, 8th in offense, second in net rating, and they average a margin victory of 18 points.
Yeah.
They on like a 7-game win streak, right?
Yeah, 7-game win streak. And yeah, I mean they've looked pretty darn awesome lately. But I don't even know like what PJ Washington or Gafford do that's making them so awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, when I first heard about Grant for PJ and the first, I was like, I don't like this trade. I get the Grant Williams thing wasn't working.
Because in a vacuum, neither of those guys are worth a first.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be rough. I don't love PJ defensively. Don't love Kyrie defense. I don't love Luka. This is gonna be a tough starting lineup defensively.
Yeah.
Man, PJ's been looking good.
He has been looking. He's not even shooting well.
He's not shooting well, but he's been playing solid D, not
I-
horrible. Like
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he's just more of a rangier wing than Grant. Like Grant can cover big guys better, but he's almost better as a small ball 5 or small ball 4, whereas PJ is like a more traditional wing.
Yeah,
which is what they need.
He's athletic, so theoretically he can be solid defensively. I haven't seen him much in his career, so I was just shocked. I was like, okay, they're going for more offense with this trade.
If they didn't do all this stuff, they would have had like 3 picks in the offseason to trade.
Yeah.
So it's a little panicky, but also it's working. So
far, so
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Gafford for me, he's just a hustle guy. He's killing it with this.
Yeah.
Just hustling.
So I have a bottom line Mavs question for me is there any part of you guys that really believes the Mavs can beat a good team? So let's
like come postseason
in the playoffs.
Yeah, come postseason. Here's I have some stats. Dallas is 10-13 against teams with top 10 point differentials since the trade deadline. Maybe those other stats. Maybe that's since I don't know. I wrote down 6-4, but that can't be right. Anyway, these are their records against like the top 4 seeds. 0-2 versus Nugs, 1-3 versus T-Wolves, 1-1 versus Thunder. They did just blow the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Winless against Celtics, winless against Cavs, 2-0 versus Knicks, 1-2 versus Clippers, 0-2 versus Bucks. They're 5-12 against those top teams.
Wow.
I mean, we saw them destroy the Suns a few years ago. Unexpectedly, right?
Yeah.
Bringing that
I don't know if they can get on that wave.
But do you think that victory was more of a Suns collapse or a Mavs victory?
I think the Mavs got onto something. They found some grit and just got onto a big, like the Heat did last year.
A little of both for me.
They played gritty against the Suns the other night when they were trailing coming into that third quarter, and then they just put the hammer on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
There's a certain mental fortitude there. I don't know where it comes from, and I don't think they're getting past the second round. But yeah, I think they could upset somebody.
I think they could be a tough out, but I don't know if they could potentially get out of the first round, but also.
But I think
we're
it's
gonna get more
unlikely
to the
as
standings later.
Yeah. Because they're playing one of those teams.
Yeah,
they're going to
gotta
play
play.
Nugs, Clips, Thunder, or T-Wolves.
Yeah.
It's one of those teams they're playing.
Yeah, I don't love them against those teams. I think they could probably beat the Thunder if I had to pick one.
Maybe. Because the
It would be
Thunder
the
don't
for
have...
me.
Because despite having Gafford, size is still a problem for them.
The Thunder, yeah.
For the Thunder and for the Mavs.
Yep.
So there's although the Thunder are kind of hard to beat, small.
Yeah,
and
small because they're
they want
so
people
small.
to force. They want to force people to play small.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be the Thunder. If not, I don't see it at this moment.
What
But
about
they
the
are
Clips?
fun.
You think they could be? I kind of feel like they could beat the Clips.
I'm afraid of the Clips in any playoffs
because Luka's a little older. The team's pretty good,
and they have a bone to pick.
And Luka just loves playing them.
I mean, I think in a week or two, maybe I'll be leaning they could beat the Clips, but right now
it is
a little stronger.
It is too early to know because like this 7-game win streak, maybe I should have looked up the numbers, but maybe they're just shooting like because
really
that's been the Mavs for the last couple of years. It's like when they make their threes, more so than any other team. When they make their threes, they win. When they miss them, they lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. I find them kind of interesting.
No, they definitely are interesting going forward. I gotta agree with you there. All right, next question. Who needed to make a move the most but didn't? I mean, there's a few options.
Yeah. Well, I might talk about this team later, but probably the Hawks.
The Hawks?
They didn't do anything, right?
Yeah, they didn't do much. Yeah, DeJounte Murray was like the big fish in the market.
Right.
Didn't get moved.
Strange collection of guys, but apparently they like each other.
I think it makes sense though that they didn't because especially if they want to trade one of those guys to the Lakers, they can get more from the Lakers this offseason.
Off season, yeah. I
Like,
do.
Why is that?
The Lakers will have more picks to trade as the season rolls because you can't trade picks in back-to-back years. You can do swaps, I think, but you can't trade back-to-back years, and they've already traded a certain number of picks. So
to get AD.
but once the year rolls over, their future becomes it was the same situation with the Mavs this year, except they decided to trade 2 first-round picks. So
Interesting.
Yeah, so the Hawks, I guess, was like the opposite
yeah.
situation of the Mavericks.
So you went Hawks?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Nets.
The Nets.
What do you guys? They're terrible.
Yeah.
First of all, they're not even trying to be bad. Since December 10th, they're 9-25 with a negative 6.4 net. That's only ahead of the Dregs.
Yeah,
Charlotte,
so
Portland,
bad.
Washington, Detroit, San Antonio.
So bad. Yeah, they should be so high. I was high on the Nets coming in, right? On that over-unders episode.
I was,
think
man,
so.
I was
You were not. You
I
were
knew
right.
this was coming.
You had a feeling.
I'm a big Kevin Ollie fan. I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What are some of your energy-generating behaviors? Because Kevin Ollie's got 17 of them.
Energy-generating?
Energy-generating behaviors.
No, I know.
Sounds like such a little kid. That was great.
What do you mean? Like, give an example.
Like, what's something you do
to create energy.
give you
on the court?
For you.
For me?
Yeah.
No, just in general.
I drink coffee.
Coffee's a good one. Coffee.
What do
Danny?
do?
I mean, coffee's a great one.
I took a page out of the Heat book when I heard that sometimes Spoelstra will just whisper in Jimmy's ear, "You're not tired." And I started saying that to myself. It actually works sometimes
really?
if
the
you're
placebo effect.
Yeah.
Why not?
Placebo.
Yeah, coffee's a big one for me. Chugging water. Sometimes I don't work out.
Exercise is great.
Yeah,
Exercises
exercising
can be
and I'm
really
like,
energizing.
Well-
like, okay, let's do 5 more errands after that.
Yeah, for
Even
sure.
though I did not
Yeah.
plan on doing that.
Yeah.
I'll just get this sudden
Well-
urge to get stuff done.
Well, we don't know what Kevin Ollie's energy-generating behaviors are, but we know that he shared them with the team,
Ooh,
and then they got waxed.
yeah.
There was rumors floating around of Mikal Bridges, because they don't own any of their picks. The Rockets own all their picks, and the worst place to be is bad and not own your own picks.
Yep.
They're here again. They were here during, the Tatum and the Jaylen Brown draft. That's how the Celtics got those players.
Yep.
Would
The
you
KG Paul
have
Pierce trade.
traded Mikal Bridges back to the Rockets for those picks?
Yeah.
Dig it, dog.
I like that quick answer because
I don't
I
think
would
so.
do it.
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna be the one naysayer.
I don't think
I love him
Mikal
so
Bridges
much.
I love him
I'm
too,
definitely
but
biased in this question because I love him so much.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you like him in
I want him to
Houston?
thrive.
He'd be on a better team.
I want him to be on a team where
He'd be
he's
better.
making a difference.
No.
He'd really help that team.
I don't think I would. No, I don't think I would do it.
If you're
I
the
think-
Nets,
Yeah, because picks are just picks at the end of the day.
I know, but they have no currency to get better. They don't.
Yeah,
And having your own picks they're gonna be bad. They're bad. They're
but
gonna
it's also
be
like
bad.
something I can also revisit down the line with him and his contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went. Even though, this year sucks. I don't think I would. I don't think I would do
Yeah.
it. I think I
just-
would play it safe with McCall,
I just don't think
which
there's
is rare for me.
Yeah. I just don't think there's any green grass waiting for them in Brooklyn.
That's fair. That's
So I would have done it. You got to get your own picks back, be in control of your own destiny. But right now, they're in the lot. They're gonna be in the lottery.
How many picks do you think
It's 3
Houston would
picks.
trade though for McCall? I don't know if they would
The
trade. all
rumor
three.
was 3 picks.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting. I don't think I'd do that. trade
Dude,
if
they
I'm
love
Houston.
it. What's up?
I don't think I'd pull the trigger if I'm Houston. 3 picks sound fine.
I wouldn't. I'm not sure I would either for
Yeah.
3 picks, but
I mean, I guess he does have a couple more years.
What round?
he's like a perfect Ime Udoka player. I feel like there'd
Yeah.
be a push to do that. I could see
Fair.
them thinking, hey, if we just had McCall, we'd definitely be a playoff team.
Okay,
Not so
but-
sure they would be, but I can see them thinking and wanting to pull a trigger like that.
Yeah. I mean, but like, okay, so like let's say it's 3 picks, but you got to trade in players. Who's the player that's getting traded? It's like, are you throwing Dylan Brooks? Or are you throwing like Ahmed Thompson and
Dylan
another
Brooks.
prospect?
No. You
This
wouldn't
is what I'm
trade
saying.
one of those guys.
This is what
You're
I'm
not.
saying.
You're
It's
trading.
getting tough.
You're just trading picks. You're not.
You
Yeah,
gotta trade a
but for
player, right?
Houston, it's not that big of a deal because they're not even trading their picks.
Their picks.
They're
It's
trading
true.
the
It's
Nets
true.
picks. You know.
You got a point there. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
So, yeah.
I still think I would have held on to him and be a delusional GM just because I love him so much.
You know, it would be fun to be delusional GM.
Every now and then it's fun
This is my
to do
guy.
that.
I'm holding
Yeah,
on
this is my
to
guy.
him.
I don't care what you're offering.
All right. The No Shots Podcast, brought to you by blurbs.com. Get your blurbs, blurb all about it.
Let's go to the All-Star
Yeah, let's
stuff.
go to the All-Star game.
I am breaking it down
Wait, can we?
by day and event. So this is gonna be a little slightly longer than the trade deadline,
All-Star.
but we could get just quick thoughts.
All right, I
What-
didn't
what are
watch
you gonna
any
say?
of it.
Yep. So
Charles didn't watch any.
So
of it.
Well,
just so you
well-
know, viewer listeners, all these opinions are completely
Fabricated.
secondhand.
Half-baked.
Secondhand.
Frozen food here. These are some microwave takes, baby.
microwave takes.
This is
I think
fish
we
I
should-
food.
skipped some of it too, but I did watch. I think a little bit more.
We should give it a rating after Danny's done with our.
All right,
So
so I'm.
the whole weekend?
Yeah, the whole weekend.
Yeah, we
All
got
right,
to.
I'll give
All right,
out,
I'm
out
going
of what?
out of 10, out of 10.
Why not? Yeah,
All right, yeah, I like it. I like it. Go
All right,
ahead.
I'm going day by day, event by event. All right, day 1, celebrity game / rising stars.
Didn't see it. Don't know what happened.
Any thoughts?
No,
Nope.
didn't watch it. Don't even know who's in it.
Okay, I got a funny bit about
Didn't
the celebrity
Stephen
game.
A. injure himself beforehand?
Did he? Oh, I didn't hear. I missed
Yeah,
this
think
one.
So
I got a funny bit.
go for it.
Go
Twitch
ahead.
streamer Kai Cenat was taking the celebrity game extremely serious beforehand. It's so funny to me. I've seen this clip like 10 times. I should find the clip for you guys, but I'm too lazy. So he was like, he was going to gyms to get ready for the celebrity All-Star game, right? And he got matched up with he made a mixtape, like a highlight mixtape. And he got matched up with a bunch of grade school children. And the mixtape is just him shooing over these kids. It's so good. It's so funny. And then at the celebrity game, he was doing like Dylan Brooks like pre-game like warm-ups where he's just like staring intently into the crowd. It's so good.
Was Jaylen Brown hanging out with those kids too? Because there
Yeah,
was a video
probably.
of him dribbling through all those kids.
Yeah,
and there was Twitter jokes that were like, "Can't even dribble through some children."
Oh man. Yeah, I'm sure Jaylen Brown met up with him there.
That's who Jaylen Brown dunked over in a chair.
Yep, we'll get to it. We'll get to
Oh
it.
boy.
But yeah, last thing about that, he took it so seriously. Ended up the celebrity game with 4 points.
All right. All right.
Couple baskets
Beautiful.
for Kai Cenat.
Beautiful.
And then was mad that he didn't get the rock enough afterwards.
He didn't get enough touches.
Just,
Oh
this,
man.
this guy, man. Sometimes I just want to hate on Kai. But he's just like the kid. He's just nonstop content. This guy.
It's fair.
He's like a gift that keeps on giving. Shout out Kai Cenat. He had me cracking up.
Yeah, you
that
should
day.
start more riots.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, like that ASAP Rocky song.
LSD.
It's called The Riot. It's his most recent.
No,
one.
I know.
All right, day 2. We got skills, 3 points, Steph versus Sabrina, and the dunk competition. Starting with skills comp.
I actually really enjoyed that skills comp.
Okay, someone watched it here.
I did. Obviously, the 3 Pacers who were teammates did much better than the other. What was it? First number 1 picks.
Number
What
one
was the
picks.
other
There's
one?
always
And
something
With
fun.
Anthony Edwards shooting with his left hand.
yeah, that was funny. And Scotty Barnes. What was Scotty Barnes part of?
I don't know.
I forget what that was.
Forget.
Rookie of the years. I don't know, something
Probably.
like that.
Some
I enjoyed the Pacers figuring out
Yeah.
the challenges and creating the most efficient way
To do
of
it.
doing
Yeah.
it. Like in the one where you have to pass the ball, they were just ignored the 2-point thing, and
Yeah.
they just figured that all out.
Yeah, some strategy to the skills
Uh,
competition.
I was just cracking up picturing like Tyrese and Miles just like whispering to each other, it's like, okay, you do this, you do this.
You're gonna do that. You're gonna do this.
And then
and I'm gonna throw an alley to myself.
the utter chaos of the half court shot when it was three guys chucking it all at once, and then they went in a line, and that makes so much more sense.
Yeah,
to do it one by one.
one by one.
But yeah,
like knockout. Like
not many big
rules.
Yeah,
Skills competition was fun. I wasn't mad at it. I'm glad Tyrese and the Pacers won on their home court.
They deserved it.
Yeah,
They
sure.
deserved it. Why not? It was
The
fun.
last time the All-Star game was in Indiana, there weren't any Pacers
No Pacers.
on the All-Star team.
Danny Granger didn't get in there.
Who's that? Hermione's dad?
Wait, who's Hermione Granger? Oh, I'm fucking.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Clearly, I'm not a Harry Potter guy.
No, I'm not either.
I didn't know that was her last name. I was like, wait, are you referencing someone that's not the Hermione I know? Turns out it was. All right, we're moving on. By the way, any thoughts, Chuck, on the skills
No.
competition?
You didn't see it.
All right, moving on to the 3-point contest.
Highlight of the weekend.
Highlight of the weekend, really?
The 3-point contest or
The 3-point
Steph versus
contest.
Sabrina?
Oh, I'm lumping
You're
the
lumping
two.
them into?
I'm lumping.
Which is fair. It's
Yeah.
fair. It's
Fair enough.
a fair lump.
I think they're lumpable.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at 3-point contest as well. I thought it was pretty fun.
It's always kind of the best event, anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
four
Cat
guys
sticking
scored
out his tongue.
26. They had to have two tiebreakers.
Yeah, pretty
Cat was
fun.
going nuts. Dame, he looked right out there.
Yeah,
I
that was great.
liked it.
By the way, now here's another question. Is Dame Lillard from Indiana?
Is this a trivia question?
Where is he from? I'm asking you guys.
Oakland.
He's from Oakland.
That's what everyone says.
So then why was he the hometown guy this whole weekend?
Ah,
Maybe
Indiana-
a lot of
Oakland
travelers down from
travelers.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
From Oakland or like Indiana Pacers fans, I guess.
I think people just love Dame.
I think, he's a very lovable guy.
That's
No
fair.
one loves Lauri Markkanen like that, and they should, but they don't. I'm sorry.
But he's
Well,
originally from
Laurie's not cool.
Europe. Yeah, he's not cool.
Well, I mean,
very-
I think he's cool, but
Yeah, no.
he doesn't rap.
I think he's cool. Like, I think, like,
Dame Dollars.
like I would think, like, my nephew is cool.
That's a remarkably idiotic thing. That you
I don't have a nephew.
All right, yeah. So
You might.
I don't know. I'll have to call
Yeah,
Forrest about that.
we'll stay tuned
Talk
to
to my
that. Tune in
brother.
next epised. See
Tune
if
in.
Charles has an nephew by then.
2 weeks from now. Let's see if
Is
Charles
my
has a
brother
nephew.
procuring a child?
Well, I know the next no shots, but well, yeah. That's
And
the 3-point
obviously,
conversation.
Sabrina and Steph. It was awesome.
Now we got the highlight of the night: SVS, Sabrina versus Steph. Now I forgot that Sabrina broke that 3-point record last year
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Vegas. Completely forgot about that because I just thought they were just doing this for fun. I forgot there was like a reason why. It was like some history. Who's the best 3-point shooter in All-Star Weekend in any league?
Yeah,
Female,
she holds
male.
the world record.
She holds the world record. Completely forgot about that.
Unfortunately, this story was overshadowed by certain sexist comments on the part of Kenny Smith, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yeah, this is the segment where we talk about Kenny the Jet Smith. He had a rough night.
Yeah,
he was doing all right. He's he's
Yeah.
always one of the more entertaining things about All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
He had a rough night. He was doing great at the beginning of that competition. He was saying shooters shoot. Doesn't matter from where, what ball.
What line?
Immediately contradicts himself once the competition was over. What was that? He just starts to I think he just wants something to complain
Also,
about.
yeah, she hit 26,
Yeah.
which was as many as
Yeah.
Dame
As Dame,
won with.
Yeah, exactly.
And for those who don't know, he said
What he said.
she should have shot from the WNBA 3-point line, which is closer than the NBA, even though
Yeah.
she made an active decision to shoot from the NBA line. And despite the fact that she tied the winning score of all the NBA players from
the
that
previous competition.
night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, she made it close. She got 26. And then here comes bad boy Steph.
Bad boy.
Chefing
Wardell.
it up. Wardell.
Wardell.
Yeah, I mean,
The pride of Akron, Ohio.
One of four.
made it interesting. He made it interesting. One of the 4. He made it interesting, but yeah, he got 29 or something.
Yeah. He
was
ended
close.
on a crazy run.
Yeah, ended on a crazy run. It was close. I was like, there was a time. I had Steph
Yeah.
going into this. And then she scored 26, and Steph got off to a rough start. I was like,
Yeah.
is my girl Sabrina going to win?
I thought my money was kind of on Sabrina, but
I mean, not bad
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
I just didn't have faith like in
good.
the weeks leading up when I first heard about this.
yeah,
He did great.
hopefully we have
Did great.
future competitions. Like
No, I'd
this
love to
in
see
the
that
future.
again.
Yeah, I want to see
Hopefully Steph
Casey
shows.
Plum versus Halliburton, the skills
Oh,
comp next
boy.
year. That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. Yeah, hopefully Steph does a rematch at the WNBA All Star.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Get Caitlin Clark in there.
Oh yeah.
Get who else is on
Caitlin
the show?
Clark.
Yeah,
Caitlin Clark.
I'm talking about range.
range,
Yeah,
baby.
range.
Yeah. Fuck that NBA line.
That
She's shooting
NBA
from
line.
the.
Yeah, so shout out Kenny the Jet Smith for a sexist comment.
Congrats to Caitlin Clark for being the all-time NCAA
Yeah.
points
Quick shout
leader.
out. Caitlin Clark past
Yeah.
Kelsey Plum.
And she did it on like a logo 3.
Yeah, from Caitlin Clark range.
Craziness. Like all in one quarter, pretty much.
So
right?
fun. Yeah, in the first quarter,
Yeah.
pretty much. Or first half.
Future of the league.
Future of the league. Excited to see when she gets drafted. Okay, heading in to the low light of night 2. The dunk competition. Sometimes I'm just so tempted to do the drop sound effects, which is my voice.
I know.
I forgot we got a soundboard.
Yeah.
It's like, I got you.
If you cue me, I'll
got
do
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta start cueing you more.
Yeah. Schoolboy, cue me.
Yeah, the dunk competition. I mean, last year's dunk competition was pretty alright. It was pretty fun. Mac put on a show.
Yeah.
I feel like he was
Yeah.
so much worse this year. He was by far the best dunker this
Yeah.
night.
Didn't see
That's
it.
how
It's all just
well it
so.
was. Yeah, I mean, I turned it off halfway.
I
through.
saw Jaylen Brown with the glove, and that was enough.
Yeah.
I appreciate Jalen doing it.
Yeah, I
because
will.
Stars don't do it.
Yeah, stars don't do it often. I will say, shout out to Jaylen Brown, even though I thought he was by far
Bad.
the worst performer, dunk wise,
Oh, yeah.
creativity wise. But he was like doing like sketches out there.
Yeah, it was.
He was doing
Yeah,
like
very
YouTube
sketchy.
comedy out there. It was
Which-
it was kind of funny to see. Didn't really work because we don't know what they were saying
Yeah.
or doing much until like they did it.
Which brings me to my idea to fix the dunk contest.
Oh, here we go.
And maybe it won't fix it, but at least put a floor on it. And
Yeah.
that is, so the thing we like about the 3-point contest is
Yep.
we just know what it is. Like
Yeah.
it's guys shooting, right?
Just yeah.
I
just
think
guaranteed.
what we need to do for the dunk contest is to eliminate props, or have that you can only have one dunk with props, because
True.
once the
That'd be
props
good.
got in, it got really wild and it was fun for a bit. But now you
Yeah.
can't do any of more of the props things, and we don't appreciate just good dunks.
Good dunks. Yeah.
And what's his name? Toppin.
Jacob Toppin.
Jacob Toppin. One
Shout
of
out
his
Jacob
dunks
Toppin.
was really, really
Good.
good.
Yeah.
And he got a worse score than Jalen. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe they just wanted to push Jalen into the final. But that was a really good dunk.
Yeah.
And I just don't appreciate I just want to see like what guys can do sort of on their own.
Yeah. Without like a prop.
I think if we got rid of all the props, it would just be like, can this guy pull off this dunk? Because obviously we have seen all the dunks before.
Yeah.
But I think limiting the sphere of what can be done would actually propel it to be more interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with that.
I feel like what I like about dunking is the physical sort of nature.
Yeah.
And when the props come into play, you're very distracted and you're not focused just on what this guy is doing.
I mean, Jalen was doing comedy out
Yeah. I mean,
for his dunks.
I just want to see a strong windmill, and can you throw it down as hard as you possibly can?
Yep.
So I would like to get rid of the props. Let's focus on the dunking.
Yeah.
That's the cool part.
Here's another nitpick about the dunk competition. Is the fucking judges. They bring all these old school judges. Usually, right? Sometimes it's a celebrity judge, or
Mhm.
like, D-Wade was there that and he gave it to his
That
Heat
day
guy.
that lived in infamy.
Yeah, exactly. But like even the Mac McClung dunk, his first one, that was probably one of the better dunks in the night. And they gave it like a 48. Like how is that? How is that not a 50? Like the one he drops it and catches it again
Yeah.
and like double pumps. Like what was that? That was like I've never seen anyone do that in a dunk competition. And here comes Dominique Wilkins giving it a 9. It's like, what's going on? And also my thing is, right, they get a timer or like in recent years, they get a timer for whatever, completing the dunk. If I'm in the dunk competition, I'm getting a timer, why would I get penalized for missing a dunk or switching like my dunk entirely?
I think it should
But they penalize them every time, and and usually most people miss. There was one year it was ridiculous where it was like Chris Anderson like missed like 18 dunks.
You do kind of have to get it on the first one for it to be. So get rid of the timer.
Just get rid of the timer. Yeah, just make it like you have to hit the dunk, or
you get one mistake dunk or something,
or tell the judges like, hey, we don't care if they miss because they have like 2 minutes to do the thing or 90 seconds.
Yeah.
But usually like Dominique Wilkins is like, oh, he missed that once. I can't give him a 10. Even though Dominique was just going like straight up from the dotted line in his dunk competition. No. I mean, it's a competition that's been going on for like 50 years now at this point. I mean, we've kind of seen it all.
Yeah. I'd just like to go back. That's why I'd like to go back to just the dunking. You can have guys out there like throwing you the ball, but like I don't need to see anyone jump over Shaq anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just
or Taco Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you.
Well,
I
forgot about Taco Fall.
That was the dunk competition. Yeah, also Jaylen Brown bringing out Kai Cenat, right, who's like 5'4", then putting him in a chair, making him 3 feet tall, and then bring out Tatum to throw out the alley-oop.
Jaylen's not a hops dunker. He's a power dunker. That's what I mean. So focus on some nice windmills.
Yeah.
Like, and dunk with force.
Or just something,
because I think force is always underrated in these events. Like, that's why... Yeah, Mac McClung is great, but like he can jump, but like
he could jump.
There's no power. He's not a power dunker.
Yeah,
and
but at least he is doing stuff with.
Yeah, I agree. But we also just shouldn't have a G leaguer to be doing it.
True, that
defeats the purpose.
That is true. Like if he's,
as good as he is.
Yeah, I mean I agree. It was fun the one year, and this year it was just like, I guess Mac was the only decent one this year. I guess Jacob did have a solid dunk and got shitted on for it. Didn't get a great score.
That was a nasty dunk.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The judges,
let's
the timer, the misses. It's brutal, man. The sketch comedy. Let's turn it off.
Turn it off like we turned off.
Turned it off. And we're going to day 3 of All-Star Weekend. The All-Star Game. Team LeBron versus Team Giannis.
Sounds right.
There's no teams. It was
just
East
West.
They got rid of that.
Yeah,
I don't.
Which is also one of my favorite things.
I didn't fucking watch
the draft. Yeah, I
didn't watch it either.
Maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, same here.
Turned it off.
Maybe
highest scoring All-Star game ever.
Yeah, he scored like.
Adam Silver sounded pretty sad at the podium afterwards.
He sounded real disappointed. Oh, that happened. The game happened. Woo.
Yeah, no one's playing D. They're just throwing it, jogging around.
LeBron said it was a success because no one got hurt. Do you know who won All-Star MVP? I don't know.
It was Damian Lillard.
Lillard.
Okay.
Hometown guy.
Good for him.
By the way, that's the one thing I did want to bring up. Hometown guy Damian Lillard in Indiana.
I like how we're circling back to this. Yeah.
Guess what? He had 39. I don't know his exact stats. He had 39. Tyrese had 32, like 7 and 6.
Halliburton?
Yeah, more efficient than Dame that night.
Yeah.
The actual hometown guy got snubbed, in my opinion.
And Jalen said he was trying to pass the ball to Halliburton to try to get it for his hometown team.
Yeah,
so
and
gotta
played great.
Give my props out to Jalen for being such a nice guy.
For being such a great facilitator.
I'm sure he's a great guy.
I wish Halliburton won it.
Yeah,
I
think Halliburton could win. I'm not mad Dame won it. Another hometown guy.
Another hometown guy.
At least
Indiana Dame.
A hometown guy from Who's representing
Pride
Indiana
of Oakland,
somehow.
Oakland, Indiana.
Why is he from Indiana?
Bro, I don't know. That's what they kept saying
Oh.
the whole weekend.
Uh,
I don't know. But yeah, I did see that one play.
I'm definitely gonna win.
I'm from Indiana.
Adding the drops on the
Ad
fly.
lib.
I'm
ad-libbing the
yeah.
drops.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
All right.
I did see that one play where fucking Luca and Joker didn't dribble at all. They
Yeah.
just kept throwing to each
Oh,
other. Just
Luca
like-
and Joker, they probably
silly.
they won the Twitter weekend.
Yeah, they were the highlight.
Yeah.
Such lovable little
Yeah,
bubbly friends.
best friends
all
Such
weekend.
all
besties.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that clip where Luca distracts Steph
Yeah.
under the basket so Jokic can dunk
Dunk.
on him.
No, I didn't see that. I saw the Jokic almost dunk.
Almost dunk. Yeah, that too.
The breakaway. And did you see LeBron talking about
LeBron was like
my first All-Star game was with Wilt and Bob Cousy.
Kareem.
It was back in
Jerry West.
'86.
Yeah, it's back in Luca's face. It was like, the fuck.
Like, who are these guys?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Been playing for that long?
I think he believed him too.
Yeah, Luca was just bewildered. Like, no fucking shot.
Yeah.
All right.
That made me like LeBron a bit.
Do we want to give a grade and move on from
Yeah,
there?
Grade
let's do
from
it.
All-Star
Let's
Wait,
grade
do
it
you
up.
guys want to do? Let's do letter grades. Like it's a
Okay,
class.
like we're
sure.
in school.
Yeah.
Sure.
Back at the old.
You want me to start?
Yeah, you go first.
University.
All right. Giving it a C+.
Oh, C plus, pretty good. Honestly, night 2, besides the dunk competition, was I thought it was pretty solid. Right, I didn't think it was great or one of the best like skills or
Yep.
3-point. So I'll give it a C minus.
Mm.
It kind of made me laugh.
Having not watched it and just caught up on it.
Yep. saw
I'm also
every-
going to go with a C minus because generally my general thoughts on the All-Star is like I just don't care if it's good or not.
Yeah.
Like I just don't care. But
Yeah.
things get wild because there's no games to watch. The people start making crazy statements and stuff this
man.
week. It's nuts.
The All-Star game is horrible.
Yeah.
This is what's wrong.
It's all
with
we-
the
it's
league
all we
today.
have to talk
Needs
about.
to
It's-
fix it. Yeah, this is what we talk about
It
for
makes
a week.
people insane.
Yeah.
It's just not that big of a deal. It still was heavily watched.
Yeah.
So I don't care if I'm giving it a C minus as well, but I don't care that it's a C minus.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be a B.
No.
I mean, there was that one All-Star game that was amazing a couple years ago when
Couple
they
years
added
ago.
the carry thing and
But
did
that's
the Kobe year.
That's
But
just some
that-
extra
an
donuts
outlier.
on the side.
Yeah,
you
that was
know,
an
like you get a
outlier.
free
I don't
donut. It's a
expect-
free donut when
Yeah.
something like that happens.
Exactly.
Can't expect that all the time.
And let's be honest. Can you name a successful like All-Star weekend in any professional sport?
No,
They're all horrible.
they're
Yeah.
all
They're horrible. People swear by the home run derby. I haven't been entertained by the home run derby in like
No.
a decade.
Yeah, no, none of it's good
No,
anymore.
it's good. Maybe
Well-
maybe the NHL one is good. I
No,
haven't
no,
seen
no.
it in
People
years.
complain
But
about
people
that
complain
one.
about that too.
Yeah, they
I
hate
mean,
it.
the sport is a performance, and the best sports performances are the games that mean something.
Competition, yeah.
Yeah.
Are the competition.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
why
it's
we're here.
competitive games, yeah.
If we're watching something that's not competitive, it's not going to be entertaining.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's why,
no,
like,
no.
you know, the 3-point contest has some pull to it,
Yeah.
but the other stuff is just.
And if, in fairness to all the old heads, shout out to Dominique Wilkins. Yeah, the old All-Star games were at least like slightly more enjoyable or more competitive.
Yeah,
But it's not like guys were playing like super physical D.
but
It's
we
not like
put
Kobe was going at
we
KG in the post.
you know the public has put the pressure on the players
Yeah.
that championships are what make you, and you get clowned when you don't reach the
Mhm.
high levels. Why would you just go out there and
Yeah.
maybe get hurt for
Yeah, there's
any
no- yeah.
reason
no,
when you
yeah.
could get clowned because of it? You know,
Yeah.
Now,
like,
I
so-
would absolutely love it if one person just comes and takes the whole weekend seriously.
well, it
whoever
could
that
be
may
Victor
be.
Wembanyama because
or like
the other day he was like there was
has
some
that
interaction with him and Ant. I think maybe it was the
Rising
Rising Stars game, and
rookie sophomore.
Ant. Well, yeah, no, it wasn't that because Ant's not in that.
Yeah, he wouldn't be in that. I
But
don't know.
it maybe it was the skills comp, and
Yeah.
Wemby was like, "What if we're gonna do this? I want to win it."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so he's kind of one of those
would like-
guys who's like,
or maybe
I
like
just want to win. And the other day, he had like last night, I think it was a 5-5-5-5 game, or at least close to. I think he got it.
Single.
Yeah, but all
Quadruple
Quintuple
quadru-
single.
but all 5. So it's pretty. It hasn't happened in a long time.
That
But he was like,
Maybe he
well,
was summoning a demon.
maybe Jordan did it, but I wonder if he did it in a win, because that's
What
nice,
matters.
but it sucks that we lost.
Yep.
So this has been his whole mentality all year. So that guy hates losing, hates it. So maybe.
I don't know. One guy could have competitive spirit, but it's the overall environment.
I think if
you know?
one guy though was like, "Fuck all of you,
Yeah,
I'm fucking you all up
I'm
tonight."
going for it. Yeah, I would love that.
Sure.
It might take
Sure.
2 guys actually.
It might take a couple.
like a little back and forth.
Like
but
maybe Benedict Mathurin.
it's too bad Chet and Wemby aren't on different coasts.
True. Coast to coast.
All right, let's conclude this.
Let's conclude the All-Star. And that's our general thoughts on the All-Star weekend. Finally put it to bed. The No Shots podcast has the last say on the All-Star weekend.
The No Shots podcast is brought to you by Ben's Brownie. They'll make them, you'll eat them. Good.
True.
It is
Risers and fallers.
rising and falling
Rises and fillers.
F comes before R.
alphabetically. Well, actually, and comes first.
All right. Welcome back to the No Shots podcast. We're back. New segment alert. Taking a look at the standings. Who's going to be the biggest risers and the biggest fallers? That's right. Risers and fallers. Here we go. Title the epic. Time to talk about it. Who wants to go first?
I can start.
I could start too. If you want.
You go first, Ben.
You go first, Ben.
That's basketball genius to you.
Ooh.
No.
BG.
My riser is a weak one, but it's the Atlanta Hawks,
Oh.
which I know I criticized their trade deadline move, but I only have them rising from 10 to 9th.
You think they're going to jump the
Huge
Bulls?
rise.
But yeah, they're 2 games behind the Bulls.
Okay.
They've just been rocky. They beat the Sixers and the Rockets. They lost to the Celtics and the Clippers. Before that, they had a 4-game win streak. 6 out of 11. They're a solid 500 team. They ended last year on a 500 run. I just feel like they tend to make a little push near the end of the season, postseason. And yeah, I could see them leapfrogging the Bulls. I don't think they would go much farther than that.
I could see it.
But yeah, that's my rise.
Greatest playing team
You
of all
guys-
time.
You guys want to know a crazy stat? Maybe
Yeah.
you've seen this somewhere.
No, go ahead.
In the Atlanta Hawks' last 1,500 games,
Oh, I did just see this.
they're
today.
750 and 750.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
God.
The ideal mid.
Talking about 500 ball.
I thought about them for a rise or two.
Yeah.
I do like my Bulls, so
You do like your Bulls.
I'm
Chicago native.
I'm not thinking that the Hawks are going to jump them,
Dame.
but I do think that they can play a lot better. Like
Mhm.
they missed Jalen Johnson for a while, and I know that their 2 players haven't. They have like a negative net rating with both Murray and Young on the court, but those 2 guys are too talented to be what?
10 seed, 11 seed?
8
10
games
10,
under
yeah.
500.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's real bad. I know the
Pretty
East
tough.
is tougher and the whole league's
Pretty
tougher,
tough.
but where's their schedule
Oh,
rank?
you want to know what their strength of schedule is?
What?
They're 15th.
Right,
If-
right, in the middle.
of the pack. I'm
Okay.
telling you,
Yeah.
man.
You're starting to convince me.
Even Stevens.
Even
Even
Stevens.
Stevens.
Perfect for 500 ball the rest of the way.
Exactly.
Love Shiloh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, they should be getting on. They've got to find some groove because it has to be calming for the team that they sort of stuck pat.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is nervous during trade season, and there was a lot of talk about them, getting rid of Murray, like even Trae Young got some trade buzz.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I think it makes a more coherent team to know everything's in place and this
Yeah.
is what you got, and now you just got to go out and play.
What you got?
Yeah.
Go do it.
Their offense did take a big tumble in January, but they seem to be righting the ship
Yeah,
these days.
that shouldn't be the problem.
Yeah.
No,
shouldn't
the
be.
defense is awful, but
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
at least hopefully they're coming back from whatever that abysmal string of games was.
Yeah, as we'll get to later, I just don't like. I don't like these teams that play abysmal defense.
Who does?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's
Scares
harder
me.
to string together stretches where you're beating teams if you can't play any defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Whereas when your offense is bad, you kind of can lean on that D against anyone, and when you run into a team that can't play defense, you can play offense. But
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think that's interesting. I really did think
Good
about it.
riser,
I
then.
thought about it.
Yeah, I thought about it
Oh,
too.
thanks, guys. Go ahead, Danny. What was your riser?
Go
All
ahead.
right, I'll move on to my riser. The 8th seed in the East. The Miami Heat.
Oh,
Are they 8th or 7th?
They're 8th.
they're
They're
they
8th currently. They were probably 7th last night.
Oh yeah,
Update your standings,
no,
Ben.
I looked at
they're-
it today.
they're actually 7th right now. They're tied with the Magic, who are 8th. So those two have been flip flopping, but
Yeah,
they
they're
own the.
flip-flopping.
I think they might own the tiebreaker.
Okay.
It
over
says they're
the Magic.
7th on my computer.
Yeah, they're
It
7th.
says they're 8th for me.
Weird.
Okay, so weird. Yeah. Either way, they've been flip flopping with the Magic, like you already said.
Mm-hmm.
You got Indiana around there, and they're only a couple games behind Philly, who are
Taking a tumble.
Oh yeah.
very, very injured. Embiid's out.
Yeah.
Guys are out left and right for Philly. So yeah, I don't know how far they could rise, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're not playing team by the end of the season. If they're like top 6 seed,
Oh yeah.
I that's where I got them.
It's a veteran group. They
Veteran
should
group.
they should know that they got to put it together. And,
Yeah.
And Jimmy, they got in a big altercation last night
Oh yeah,
with the Pels.
punches
a lot of
flying.
lot
People
of
getting
altercations
choked.
last night.
What
And not
started
the
it? I didn't
good
see that.
choking.
It was a hard foul on Zion. Kevin Love kind of grabbed
he wrapped him
Zion, and then Najee Marshall didn't like that a lot. And then
Pushed
there was
Kevin.
a little, and then he got into it with Jimmy, and there was
Jimmy.
some hands, and then
Najee put the
Najee put the
hands
hand on his
around
neck.
his neck.
To be fair, Jimmy did have a hand like on his
Yeah.
shoulder, but not like.
Yeah,
And then Najee like
Oh,
went for it.
boy.
a little kinky from Najee
Yeah.
and Jimmy. Some would say.
Yeah,
The young players, man. Isaiah
but they
Stewart.
just they haven't been healthy.
Stewart.
Jimmy hasn't played that many games, so if
Yeah.
he can play games, I just imagine they don't
Yeah, I don't.
they
think
don't
wanna
want to be in this play-in
Yeah, they don't want
like this
anything
year
like that.
again.
Yeah.
They almost
Traded.
got eliminated from the play-in last year.
Yeah.
Like they were 5 minutes away
Yeah.
from that Bulls
Yep.
in that Bulls game from being
It's
just
like-
out.
Finals run.
Finals
Come-
run.
No, I
Yeah.
mean they traded Lowry for Rozier.
Yeah, that
You know,
who's injured right now,
who's injured.
but not as a lucky injury because it looked really bad.
yeah,
It looked like
could have been bad.
like his knee was kind of gonna make him done for the season,
yeah,
but
could have
survive.
But
Yeah. They've got problems. I think still like
Oh yeah.
I don't love the Rozier. We always talk about. I don't like the Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero fit. Well, I don't like the Tyler
Rozier.
Hero fit and Rozier fit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean,
Those guys do like the same shit out there.
Yeah,
But this is a tough team. They'll
Full on small ball
Tough
going on here,
team.
gentlemen.
what schedule
Eric
they got?
Spoelstra.
They've got a easy schedule.
Got a
It
easy
says
schedule
28th
going for it.
easiest schedule
Yep.
left. So
There you go.
there you
I
go.
like it.
It's good for
I
them.
like them
yeah.
to rise,
Gotcha.
like the third Christopher Nolan Dark Knight movie.
That's what heat does. It rises.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Should I go here?
Yeah. Who you
Charles,
got for your
who you got?
riser,
Who's your
Charles?
All right.
Paul
I
Riser.
am picking the Orlando Magic.
Whoa!
Of course, they've got the easiest schedule remaining.
Yeah.
They're a game and a half back of the Pacers, a game and a half back of Philly, three games back of the Knicks. I don't think they're catching the Knicks, but
Fair enough.
I feel like they can pass those two teams.
Yeah.
They've had some good wins recently. They've beat the Knicks a couple times this year. They beat the Cavs right out of the All-Star game gate. They blew out Minnesota a little bit ago. Maybe not blown out. Sorry, Minnesota. But this is their next. Okay, this is their next 7 games: Detroit, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Utah, Detroit, Charlotte, Washington.
It's a nice slate of games.
Doesn't get much easier than that.
I feel pretty good
It doesn't.
about that.
Then they play the Knicks and Indiana, and after that they get the Nets again, the Raptors twice, and the Hornets.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is
money in the
Good
bank.
slate of
Should
games,
be.
yeah, for them.
easy schedule. When it's the easiest, this is the easiest. They're 6th in defense this year.
Yeah.
Um,
very good.
I know they're still in like the bottom pack, and like over the last month they've kind of been middling. But I feel like that the offense will wake up against those bad teams, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
They're getting Franz back. He's still getting back into the mix. Paulo's been great this year. But I kind of like them. Obviously, I think Philly's gonna fall.
Yeah.
Philly.
Philly looks like
I don't know if anyone has Philly in their.
Spoiler.
I don't know if anyone has Philly, but I've got something.
You got something bruised.
I mean, they've got a gauntlet. Philly has a gauntlet of games. So I think they're going to pass them. And then I just trust them more than Indiana because since the Siakam trade, their offense they're not first in offense in the league anymore. Since the trade, they're only 14th on offense. And they've only moved up to like 21st in defense over that stretch. I know Halliburton missed a bit of that.
Yeah.
But they're still only 14th since his return. I know he's been on like a minutes restriction.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to what I said at the beginning of the season, I trust defense a little bit more. And with that cupcake of a schedule, I think they're gonna be. I think they could be the 6th, because I agree with Danny. Like I kind of think the Heat and the Magic will bump up and be in that 5-6 spot. So
yeah, I like it.
I could definitely see it.
Both Florida teams on the rise.
Florida on the rise.
The humidity is getting hot in Florida.
The crocodiles are coming out of the water. Alligators or whatever. I don't.
They got both.
No, they don't. But
Everglades, they got crocs in there.
Oh yeah,
I've seen videos.
Alligators, bro.
Yeah, but there's some few American crocodiles in there. Got both.
All right, I guess we're on to the fall.
Oh, welcome to the fall.
Oh, shout out J. Cole, Return of the Fall Off.
He never fucking dropped that album.
He dropped the song. The rollout's coming.
All right. I don't want to get into
You're acting like it's detox. That's fair.
No, because he named it off of the end of KOD, and made it sound like it was coming that
first,
year, and we all thought he was dropping 2 that year.
You got a point. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Did you put any J. Cole on his list?
Yeah, I put it for his 2014 drive.
At
the end of the podcast,
I feel like I'm like y'all's child.
Yeah, you're our guinea pig.
Well,
hip-hop guinea pig.
We were born in New York, and then we gave birth to you as a New Yorker,
Exactly.
Charles. So
We
as a New
adopted
Yorker, you're like 5 years old.
Exactly.
My summer listening list.
Summer listening list. Yeah.
Exactly. Stay tuned to the end of the episode where you find
I've
out
got assignments. I've got to turn in papers and stuff.
what is Chuck's homework gonna be.
All right, Ben, you got a faller?
Yeah,
What's
my
the
faller. My David Faller is the Jazz. The Jazz.
Where are they
Jazz.
now?
Who's falling?
They are 26 and 31. They're in 11th in the West.
Okay.
And I'm predicting that they're going to fall to 12.
Harder. Whoa. One
Yeah.
spot down.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think the Grizzlies, Trailblazers, and Spurs will overtake them, but I do think the Rockets have been a competitive team this year.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to scramble for a play-in spot. And,
Yeah,
And
I
they're only a half game behind the Jazz. The Jazz have lost Olynyk and Fontecchio. They
big names.
seem to be cashing in their chips and leaving with a considerable loss.
Yep.
So, and also, by the way, 4th toughest remaining schedule.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
very
tough.
I mean,
confident.
It's kind of remarkable that Houston is 6 games under 500, but they have a positive net.
Yeah.
on the
what's going
season.
with that?
Yeah, what is that about?
Well, they've
Good
just
this
been.
year, but it doesn't the standings don't represent that.
I mean, they're 5-22 on the road.
Yeah.
So if they
Yeah.
could just win some road games, what's their strength
Yeah.
of schedule?
The Jazz?
Houston
Rockets.
is that like in the 20s there,
Okay.
22nd.
Yeah.
20
So
seconds.
there's another thing.
Yeah.
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 I
Okay.
agree
Yeah,
with
I
that.
agree.
Jazz.
I really wish the Jazz had kept. I mean, you
I
can't
know.
turn down a first round pick for
No,
Kelly Olynyk,
can't.
which
Yeah. But they had a nice vibe going there for like
Yeah.
a month or two.
it was really good.
Yeah.
They looked really good.
Vibes were good.
Mm-hmm.
But
and Fontecchio.
yeah, more space for what's his name? Who's the
Markin,
no
point guard,
who's the rookie point guard there?
Keontae
Actually,
George.
don't-
Keontae
Keontae
George
George?
to
Yeah.
which he looks really good at times.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's been
He's-
I think it's
play-
good to focus
He
on
even
the future.
played good. He was playing good defense on Steph. I think it was right before the All-Star
Yeah.
break when the Warriors were able to grab
He
that.
has been better with his fro compared to games that he's played when he has braids.
What do you
Ooh.
think
Fun
about
fact.
that?
I don't know. It's interesting.
Can you imagine if Jalen Brunson came out without the braids?
Yeah. Good.
You think he'd play
I
better?
feel like it would be the other.
Oh.
I feel like I would think the
It might be
stats
the
would show
opposite,
the other
actually.
way
I might
around.
be.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be butchering that. It might be.
But-
He might be better with the braids, but I don't remember.
But yeah, they kind of gave up on
It's
the
Keontae George.
with those trades. They sort of gave up on the season. So
yeah,
I
agree.
could I could totally see the Rockets sneak up. I mean, I thought the
agree with
Rockets
you.
were further down, but they picked up a big win last night against the Suns. So
Yeah, I feel like the Rockets, they have a little bit of that juice left. And
Juice,
as for
yeah.
the Jazz, this season is kind of done.
it's
yeah.
a wash for
It's
the
a
Jazz.
wash. They may not end up in the bottom 3, but
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. They may.
Yeah, the only
may-
thing is Rockets have less. They have less home games remaining than road
Could be
games. that
tough.
I've been on,
Could be
bad
tough
on
for
the road.
Ben's
But
prediction.
you know,
the
Basketball
Jazz are
genius.
17 and 11 at home.
yeah. I mean, they're not too good either, but they begun the year horribly, and then they had that
Yeah.
huge run.
Yeah, they
No,
got
for
it.
sure.
So yeah, I think they're due to fall. I think they want to fall. Why not fall?
Why not?
They want to get into this lottery business.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's a good one.
All right.
My faller.
Go ahead, Danny.
Now let me check the standings. I got the New Orleans Pelicans. Not even a real particular reason. You know, I don't even know
Mhm.
what significant moves they made at the deadline.
Currently 5th in the West.
Currently
Nothing.
5th in the West.
I don't think they did much.
Yeah, they didn't do much. I was just never on board with this team being a top 6 seed in the West. I was just
Yeah.
never on board with it. I'm still not on board with it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they have a tough schedule going forward. If you could check that for me.
The schedule?
Chuck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're
have it
around
there?
10.
10, yeah. They're not the
Yeah.
best
10th.
schedule, but definitely not one of the easiest.
Yep.
Yeah, and behind them, you got Dallas, who's half a game back. Sacramento, who's a game back. Phoenix is a game back, and of course, you got the Lakers and Warriors, 9 and 10, who are like 4 games back, 4.5 games back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, pick your poison or pleasure with any of those teams. I
It's
think any of
interesting
those
that-
teams
For
could
sure.
pass
They're
them.
they're kind of clinging to that
Yeah,
top of the second set of West
yeah.
teams.
They're kind of. Yeah.
I mean, I want to like New Orleans. I just don't like them this year. I
They're hard to
haven't liked-
trust.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
And
at
some of
all.
the it's Zion doesn't look exactly like Zion.
Yeah.
There's still like moments where like not great
Ingram,
in late game situations.
Yeah.
Ingram and
CJ
Zion,
McCollum.
yeah.
CJ McCollum.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like they're a very tough team either, but
No, yeah.
it might not matter. I mean, I think they probably will fall a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of a safe bet, but
Not-
I just haven't been high on them all year. And they've been solid. They have been good.
Yeah.
And I think they
Yeah.
will be pretty solid going forward. I just think a few teams could be a
Let's
little
see
better.
here. They're 7th on defense and 13th on
Yeah,
offense.
they got a good defense. They got a good defense.
I almost think they're gonna be. I feel like they're
those
gonna be
guys.
one of those weird like 5 seeds that you're like you look back and you're like they were the,
They were the
5
5
seed.
It could happen.
I mean, yeah,
Could happen.
I
that's for
don't
sure.
I don't trust. I don't really trust any of these teams.
Yeah,
5 through 10.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
think I trust like a few of those teams a little
Yeah,
more
like
All
than
the
right,
Mavs and the
let's
Kings,
play a
yeah.
game here.
Play a game.
Who do you trust most out of the 5 through 10 teams? This is New Orleans, Dallas, Sacramento, Phoenix, Lakers, Warriors. Which team is the most
most?
trustworthy? And by that I mean you think, will play out this season and I guess make moves or be how about this? Be a threat in the playoffs. Who do you
Yeah.
trust most in that group to be a threat to one of the top 4 seeds?
I mean, we did talk about Dallas a lot.
Yeah, I might
I'm
go back
kinda
to the
leaning
Mavs on
Dallas.
that one.
Yeah.
On that one,
Just because
It's
of how
pretty
they've been
funny.
playing lately, and
Yeah.
they have playoff experience.
Yeah. They
I
have
mean, some, but
one of the easier schedules
Okay.
going forward.
Right
Golden
now
State
I'm,
also has a pretty.
I
easy
might
schedule,
pick the Warriors
but
right
yeah,
now.
Warriors kind of too.
I don't know how far they can get, but
Yeah, I really did. I was really trying to avoid having the Warriors be my riser.
Yeah.
I was like,
I know.
I mean, they're doing great right now. They're
Yeah.
healthy. Blah blah blah. Draymond's back. Shout out Draymond. But yeah, I'm kind
So,
of sick of talking about the Warriors.
you got would you trust the Warriors the most, Danny? 'Cause-
I'm leaning Warriors or Mavericks.
okay.
Yeah.
I would
leaning
too.
Mavericks or Suns.
I would lean in that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm mine's the Warriors.
That's fair.
Okay. Okay, my faller.
What you got, Chuck?
Well, it's gonna be a team in that group there.
Uh-oh.
I'm picking the Phoenix Suns.
Whoa.
Listen,
We're both doing the drops with our voice.
I like what Kev, my roommate, said.
Yeah.
The other night
Shout out, Kev.
when he was watching the Suns,
Yep.
What did
and he said, if a basketball game were to last 2 quarters, the Suns would be the best team in the league.
Yeah.
They've blown as many, halftime leads as the Wizards this year.
Oof.
Versus the Rockets last night, they had a all in the second quarter. They had a 16-point lead cut to 4. They put it back to a 13-point lead, which then they blew, and it turned into a 5-point lead for the Rockets to end the half. They gave up 11 threes in that second quarter. It just looking through their stats, nothing is. I mean, their offense has been great since January 1st, they have the league's worst defense.
Yeah.
Worst defense. They're
Rough.
Really? I
they're-
didn't know that.
and the worst effective field goal percentage allowed.
But Charles, they added Royce O'Neal.
I know. Not impressive. I know. I just don't like their lineups very much. Like
No, yeah, it's tough.
they try to play KD at the 5 a bunch,
Yeah.
and none of their wings are quite big enough to like fortify that.
yeah.
And with Nurkic, sort of, he's already a little dinged up, and they're trying to save him for the playoffs. They've resorted a lot to this KD at the 5, but they've been like searching for that like 4-5 guy that sort of pieces that lineup together, which they've been, going through the Bowls and the Nasir Littles of the world. They signed Thad Young, but they just,
that is young.
could be
Can
as
make
good as
anything
Wemby.
happen.
yeah, I don't like their lineups. Like they can't feasibly play good enough defense. They got great players who are just bound to be injured for the rest. Bradley Beal is out. Those big
Yeah.
3 have only played like 400 minutes together all season.
Yeah.
22 games. There's almost
Tough, man.
in 5 games they'll have 22 games left of the season Bradley Beal still might not be on the court.
Yeah.
I just the vibes are getting weird. They can't, they're really bad in crunch time. Why? Why are they really bad in crunch time? I don't understand that at all. And I just think there's, maybe in the end they will actually, sit at. I just feel like one of the Lakers or the Warriors is gonna hop them. Maybe they're in the same spot, but I feel like, I don't trust any of these teams, as we previously mentioned, but
Yeah.
I think the Lakers or the Warriors are going to hop them. They came out of this break and they lost 2 very winnable games. They lost the tiebreaker to the Mavs now on the season, and they've got the toughest schedule remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it hasn't looked good so far. We're 50-something games. I think this is who this team is now. There's not going to be some crazy stretch coming in, and I think that these
people still waiting for it.
Lakers, Warriors, I think that they're going to have strong endings to the season.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Might be a little bit of shocker, but I don't like the team. Why would this much talent, a team with championship aspirations, are they sitting in the 8th goddamn seed right now?
Yeah, it's tough.
So I don't think, maybe they'll be the static team, but I don't see them rising.
Yeah, I agree. And also they got one of the toughest schedules going forward.
Yep.
The toughest.
The
schedule.
very tough.
Yep. So
not looking good for a
Tough
team that can
stuff.
only.
The
It
sun
crumbles
might
in
be
the
getting
second half.
eclipsed.
Whoa. The
yeah,
sun- Getting a little
exactly.
too close to the sun. A little too hot. What's the saying?
Flying too close
Flying
to
too
the
close
sun.
to the sun
Icarus
might burn you.
Might get some Nurkicular
What
war.
was the Icarus mention that came up the other night?
Icarus?
Yeah, somebody was.
Oh gosh.
I
Never
don't
mind.
know.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, it did come up, but
No memory of that.
all
right.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's our
that's
risers and fallers.
All right,
Rises or falls.
just
quick recap.
just quick recap.
Yeah.
Ben, your riser and your faller.
My riser was the Hawks. My faller was the Jazz.
And Danny.
My riser was the Miami Heat. My faller was the New Orleans Pelicans.
And I have my riser as the Orlando Magic and my faller, the Phoenix Suns.
Yep. There you go. I'm glad there was no overlap.
Yeah, me
No,
too. I
for
had a
us three.
backup for my riser, but not for my faller.
Okay.
My backup
Anyway,
riser was,
have a
by the way, the Charlotte Hornets.
Ooh.
I think you guys want to just shoot the shit for a couple other ones we think might happen. We don't have to go in depth.
I
Sure.
mean, yeah, I was really trying to stay away from the Lakers and Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think one of them will rise.
one of them is very.
I don't know
likely
which
to rise.
one.
Yeah, who knows?
I feel like my bet would be on the Warriors.
Yeah.
I think OKC will get the number 1 seed.
Wow.
Yeah. And I could see the Bucks kind of re-grasping that 2 seed because Cavs came out of the All-Star break and they lost to the
Lost
Hospital
to-
Sixers and the
And
Magic.
the Magic.
Yeah.
Not
Tough.
a great
Yeah,
start,
tough
and
losses
they've
for
got a
teams.
brutal schedule. On oh wait, can I just go over this? Because one last thing,
Sure.
Philly as a dropper, as a faller. I wanted no one picked them, but I wanted to read their
Yeah.
schedule. This is from March 8th to April 4th. Versus New Orleans, at Knicks, at Bucks, Charlotte, home, Miami home, at Phoenix, at Lakers, at Clippers, at Sacramento,
Ooh.
at Clippers, at Cleveland, Toronto, home for Oklahoma City, at Miami. That is
Oof.
brutal.
That's
and if
tough.
they don't have Embiid, like they're dropping to
Yeah.
the 8. They might
Yeah.
drop to the 8.
They might drop beneath the Hawks.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty hard to
Asking for
do.
a lot.
But yeah, and they're 7-15 without Embiid. So if I
Yeah.
round that up to like 33% of the remaining games, at that pace, they'd end the season at 42. So they need to get the big guy back, or else they're pretty much gonna be in that 8th seed.
This is pretty much it. Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
So,
Do or die.
And then
for
our
the first
over-under
round
might
match
be
with
wrong.
Celtics.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rematch of last.
So, all right. that concludes Risers and
The
Fallers.
Risers and Fallers segment.
What's next?
What we got? I think it's your segment, Ben.
Trivia.
Just finding my phone here. Trivia. Welcome to Trivia All-Star Game Edition.
Uh-oh.
All these questions are about the All-Star Game or the
boing.
players, perhaps, who have appeared in the All-Star Game. If you want a sound effect, just let me know. All right.
I can't help it. I think at this point, I'm just going to do it.
No, I love it, though.
regardless.
I honestly love it. All right. Wait a minute.
Dig it dog. Who is that?
Oh, and I got the scores for you compiled over 8
Uh-oh.
or whatever, 9 podcasts, however many we've done.
This is the ninth
Ninth.
one.
This is the ninth one.
So 8
podcasts.
Do you have
down.
a- you have a pen or something?
Oh, I could get you a pen. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry.
I'll take sir as a gender neutral pronoun.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause people
Hopefully
just
that
call me
works.
And it's like, what are you supposed to call me? Being?
Yes, being.
All right. Yes, entity. All right.
You are an entity.
Pod. I am entity. Pod 9 trivia time, All-Star edition. Here we go. By the way, Charles all time has 15. Danny is sitting at 12.
What?
3-point lead for Charles.
Bullshit.
Well, it's not.
It's a lot
but
closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
that
no,
would
no.
be down there.
You had a couple, like the first few Charles won. I think you had a couple of ties. Maybe Danny won a couple of times.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm going to do a little coin flip to see who goes first.
Who
okay?
will go first?
Who will go
Leave
first?
a comment in the comment section below. Who's going first for this round of trivia?
All right, you gotta. All right. We just need a fucking coin. All right, here we go. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails.
Tails.
How many points I
Okay.
got?
All right, you
No
get no
points for
points for
that.
that. No points.
Fuck!
All right,
It's a digital coin. It doesn't even count.
I only win the parts that don't matter of trivia.
yeah.
The coin
Fir-
flips.
All right, first one's a two-parter, and I hope you guys can get this one.
Whoa.
Who is the all-time leading scorer in the All-Star game?
Oof. I'm gonna say
Most points.
most
Oh,
points.
accumulated. Over the total.
Oh man, this is brutal. I'm gonna say LeBron James.
Correctamundo. All right, and I'll let you
Been
guys both
playing
answer
with
this.
Will.
How many points does he have?
Oh.
Closest answer wins. So Charles, you can answer first.
All right. Most points. I'll
LeBron
go-
has the most points. How many total All-Star points does he have?
I'll go with 62.
Horrible guess. When I say 140.
Wow, 426.
Oh, total. I thought it was one game.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Wait.
All right.
No, I
No.
knew it was total. This guy's.
I didn't know it was total.
Oh,
And you
thought
also
you meant
thought
one
he
of
scored
those. About that.
62 in the All-Star game?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he has
Cat-
been in
Cat
20 of
sco-
them.
Cat scored 50. Oh, in total. I didn't know the
In
whole thing
total,
was
yeah.
total
All right.
in period.
I don't know what we want to do with that, but
I think I won.
I'll give Danny the point.
No,
Sorry.
I'm sure.
All
Do
right,
whatever
all
you want.
All right.
Yeah, the score keep
Give
up.
him 1 point.
Okay.
I don't understand.
I can
the
give you half
concept.
a point. I'll give you half a point, okay?
Not my fault.
Because
someone
Charles
wasn't
didn't.
listening.
It's not your fault. Yeah. All right. I'll give you the
Okay,
full
I don't
point.
think the
Deducted
question
for-
was explained well enough. It wasn't
No,
clearly.
It
wasn't clear.
I understood it clearly.
Listen.
Drama on the trivia portion of the podcast.
It's the first question, guys. All right.
All right, what's the next question?
All right. Next question. I'll give this to Charles. Okay. How about that?
Okay.
You can go first for the second question. Who was the first player in 2014 to participate in 5 All-Star Weekend events? The Rising Stars, Skills, 3-point,
Oh, shit.
dunk contest, and of course the game.
All 5.
All 5.
Doom, 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 doom. Wow. 2014.
2014.
want to pick Dame, but I'm gonna go with Dame.
You got it.
Oh, great guys.
Good
It's
guess.
like Dame
Well
in
done.
I
the
don't know.
dunk contest. I know he likes
he
doing
was.
all the
Contest.
events.
He was in the dunk contest that
Yeah.
year. Yeah. Crazy. He had
Oh.
no beard. He looked like a little boy.
Yeah,
I mean, not a little boy, but,
like 22.
yeah. Young guy.
21.
Young guy. Young buck.
Young.
The pride of Indiana.
Young-
The proud of India.
Young
Hometown guy.
Young pacer.
And Pacer.
Okay. All right. Danny.
Yes.
Now, who has the highest point per game average in All-Star game history?
Oof. I'm gonna say Michael Jordan.
All right. Charles, do you want to try to steal?
Are you saying that was
Yes.
incorrect, or are you
Sorry,
saying
yeah, that was
still-
wrong. That was poorly phrased by me. But yes, that's incorrect.
How long has the All-Star game going on? Because I'm gonna go with, although I'll go with Wilt Chamberlain.
No. Technically, it's actually Jaylen Brown.
Oh my God. What?
Wow.
He's only appeared in 2, but he's averaged 28.5 points over those 2
yeah,
games.
I guess
that's
they
fair. I
like
should've
score
thought
like
someone was-
5 and then
Yeah. If
Probably.
since he's only been 2 games, I think Giannis has the other highest, having been in like 5 games.
Okay.
But yeah, so that no point for that
Alright.
one.
I'm the man.
All right. I don't know if you know this. So are we back to Danny or is it Charles this time?
My
right?
turn.
Charles.
Okay, Charles' turn. Tyrese Halliburton has a cousin on a Florida NBA team. Who is it?
that was so random.
So specific.
On a Florida NBA team. Dude, not getting this.
I'm not a system player. I am a system.
Oh man.
I have my guess.
I don't know. I don't know.
You-
I'm gonna go with I'll go with Caleb Martin.
No.
Oh, that was my guess. I'm glad you wasted it. All right, now I gotta think of someone else.
Yeah, think of someone else.
I'm gonna go Anthony Black.
Answer Jalen Suggs.
Oh, I could kind
I
of
could
see
see
that.
that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of they kind of have a similar look.
So is
That's
Tyrese and Jalen the new
The
T-Mac
T-Mac
Evans car?
Evans, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they found
Hey,
out.
I found out we were cousins at a family reunion.
All right. Final question for Danny to
Okay.
start it off. We all know this year's game was the highest scoring ever.
Yep.
What was the lowest? You can give me well, yeah, we can do the year and or the score.
I'm not even gonna try with the score. No shot.
All right, so try for the year.
I'm trying for the year. I'm gonna say 19. Oh, what if it was in the 1800s?
It's not baseball.
yeah.
The Washington Colonels.
Uh,
I love the little
Wagner.
baseball music you put over when we start talking about really old baseball.
Yeah.
It really cracks me up.
I'm gonna say 1981.
Okay, I'm not going to say if it's right or not, but
Okay.
Charles, do you want to guess
I'll guess with 2005.
for the
yes.
lowest scoring
Yeah.
game?
Good guess.
No.
All right, but who was closest?
Danny. It was
Really?
1953.
Well, that's bullshit.
I'm sorry, but that's the answer. Do you
Yeah, I was
want to
thinking
try to
for
guess
sure
the score?
80s.
No.
I'll give you a point for closest score.
54 to
How-
62.
Okay.
What does it do? I'll go 75 to 70.
Yeah, Charles is taking that one. It was 75 to 79.
Wow.
Very impressive. Well done. All
Very
right.
close.
And by the way, 36% overall shooting in
Yeah.
that game.
Thought it'd be like, yeah. I didn't know it went back to the 50s.
Yeah,
I also
wasn't
didn't know
sure.
that. Yeah.
Because like if it was just like the 3-point era, I definitely would have probably
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like those
true.
mid early 2000s that
The
there was
high-
no
yeah,
scoring.
scoring,
yeah.
all defense, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, apparently, of course, I forgot about the 3-point line, but okay. Good job, everybody. Danny, you've gained some ground. You're now only 2 points behind Carlos
Whoa.
in the overall.
I can't stave him off.
Thanks for playing. See you next time on
Trivia. Looks like Danny's the biggest riser in trivia.
Yeah. Just wait till I start playing.
Whoa. I almost brought trivia. I almost brought baseball trivia. Maybe I'll do that next pod.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Baseball trivia.
Bill, yeah, for sure.
You're gonna get smoked. Right now.
Yeah.
Bucky Dent.
Bring out Carlos Baerga.
Bucky
Oh boy.
Some fun names just got dropped.
All right. To close it out, we're reviewing the new baseball uniforms.
Ooh.
Oh, we are?
New baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have something.
Whose dong will we see first?
It's definitely gonna be
What you got, Danny?
Trey Mancini.
It's gonna be Acuna.
Might be Acuna. I did want to
Stray Mancini.
close out Super. I don't even think he's signed right now. Actually. Do I remember this? Yeah, fuck it. All right, real quick. So we all know the Super Bowl was recently.
Yep.
We all know that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce.
Be
We all
careful.
know about
Yeah, watch out.
another musician by the name of goes by Ye nowadays, formerly known as Kanye West. Apparently, according to ex-NFL player Brandon Marshall, former receiver of the Chicago Bears and
Denver
Denver
Broncos.
Broncos. Yep. According to him, Taylor Swift made a couple calls to get Kanye West kicked out
Oh,
of the Super Bowl, of the arena. She saw he was sitting below him, and she's like, "Oh, who is this peasant? Get him out of here.
Oh boy,
Make him
Danny.
scram."
what's the take? I'm
And there's no
terrified.
take. I just think this is hilarious if this is the case. Like, this is what you get for interrupting me for winning that award all those years ago. You get kicked out of the Super Bowl.
It's pretty good.
I'm on top now. I am Taylor Swift. Yeah, that was it.
Shout out to the
What do you think
Swifties.
of these proclamations that Patrick Mahomes is already the best quarterback of all time?
Oh, that's just silly. That's just silly. I mean, he's got a dynasty under his belt, so there's
For
no
sure.
like, okay, is he gonna do this? How great is he gonna be?
Yeah.
Conversation. He's in the conversation now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But like, I don't know, how many years has he been playing? Like,
Yeah.
less than 10. Like, I don't know. if I'm
'Cause there was
counting him
just-
over, like,
there was a
Elway or
whole-
Favre.
And I know it's first take, but there was a whole first take
yeah.
segment where it's like, who would
Makes
you
sense.
pick for one game? And they all picked Patrick Mahomes. Which I understand.
silly.
Like, watching Patrick Mahomes, you're like, wow, this guy can do everything.
Yeah,
But Brady beat him twice
he beat him twice.
in his own house too,
yeah.
on
Yeah.
the road.
I don't
just-
think he'll ever be able to surpass Brady because of that.
Yeah, well, maybe. I think if he got to 6, I would say he's the better because
Maybe, yeah.
that
he has to
first-
break all the records.
that first
Wow.
Patriots Super Bowl was real. Brady was really long for the ride.
yeah,
but
he was- yeah.
if anyone tries to say that the rest, like the Carolina Super Bowl and the Eagles Super Bowl after that, come on, he was great in that
Great,
Carolina game. Was
Great.
fantastic. He threw
Yeah.
for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let's stop comparing stats across eras because it doesn't
Yeah,
work.
It's tough. Yeah, and also like in this hypothetical first take conversation, if I'm taking Patrick Mahomes in to win a big game, what era is he playing in?
Yeah,
He's playing the modern era. I'll probably take Mahomes.
for sure.
But if we're playing in the fucking 70s, I'm not taking Mahomes. It's just not.
Or just the early 2000s.
Yeah, it's just different eras.
Before
It's
they
just
got
tough.
rid of like the hand checking
Yeah.
from the DBs.
all these like
so
measures to like. Yeah, I don't know.
I know
Like,
I'm a homer, but I just think it's a
Oh, me
little
too.
quick. Like when Brady was at 3-0, when Brady had won 4, no one was like
No one was
he
saying-
was he
Yeah.
couldn't be better than Montana.
Yeah.
Montana was 4-0. Montana was 4-0.
Yeah.
it took like 5 Super Bowls for
Yeah.
him to pass.
It took a second dynasty for
I
him
know.
to pass
So-
everyone else, because people were still like comparing him to Peyton.
Yeah.
as who's the best of their era.
I've been watching a little bit of
Silly.
the new Patriots doc, so that's what
Ooh. Fun.
was kind of I was thinking about it. Just
Fun. What were we talking about? Oh, we done with the baseball jerseys?
that was a joke. that was a joke.
Yeah, any
I
hot
thought
takes
that
on
was
it?
serious.
They look not great.
Yeah.
The names, the long names do look slightly better. I will give the baseball jerseys that.
Yep.
Because before Christian Encarnacion Strand,
Oh yeah.
it just went around his number
an upside down
like
U.
a fucking
What
like
do
a
what does it
arch.
look like now?
It's like just smaller, like lettering, and
Less
font,
arch.
so it's like
Okay,
a little
yeah.
arch, but instead of just going around the number,
If I was him, I would want it to be like a serpentine.
that would be fun. That would be
curving
fun.
all over me. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that is the one good thing about these uniforms, but just complaints across the board from these.
Yeah, for
baseball
real.
If
players.
they're too see through, is that the new thing?
That's,
Yeah.
the pants are too see
You
through.
can see undies, you can see
You can see
cups, you
everything.
can
Yeah.
see balls.
The-
jock strap.
No, the format and font are different. Like the Dodgers, like instead of like it like spelling on one side and continuing on the other side, they kind of like merge and it looks gross. Like imagine when like who's a Dodger? What's this guy? Outfield. Play with the Blue Jays.
Oh.
The Oscar Hernandez. Imagine if he
Yeah.
unbuttons a couple buttons. You know he's gonna. Hot LA days playing in the outfield. It's gonna look gross.
And now
look
there's
gross.
just a bunch of crotch shots of baseball
Yeah,
players.
no,
You
we're
can't
getting
look
all
at-
these crotch shots. Here's Mookie's crotch shot. Here's Shohei.
jeez. Yeah,
Here's
we
Trout.
should play a game. Can you identify the baseball
Baseball
player
player.
by the crotch?
Tune in next episode.
Maybe
Where
next
we
time.
are
Maybe
Trivia
next
next
has a
time. When we get on
different
YouTube.
feel.
Yeah. Wait till we talk about Mickey Moniak's crotch.
Mickey Mantle would never have
Yeah, come on.
All right, you got any closing thoughts, Ben? Or are we out?
Any closing remarks?
No.
You got a wise phrase you want to share just to end us out?
Violence is defined by the oppressor.
And that's been the No Shots
For
podcast.
the No Shots podcast. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I do want to give a quick shout. By the way, I meant to shout out Jacob Toppin earlier during the conversation.
Shout out.
He has to be my dad's new connect, right? Right now we just got Sims.
Word.
It's gotta be it.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But quick shout to him and a quick shout to my cousin Ray for starring the Rival podcast.
Yeah.
No,
by the
it's
way,
not gonna
it's
be
a
the rival
rivalry on our
podcast. It's gonna
hands.
be. I want to produce his podcast, and then we're gonna have a network.
Yep. Charles and I are leaving this podcast for Ray's podcast.
It's just gonna be me.
What
are you talking about?
Well, that's why your nickname is Basketball Genius.
Basketball Genius.
Yeah.
Welcome to Basketball Genius with me, Engineer Ben. And there's crickets.
Yep,
Hey,
tune
for
in
the
that.
amount of times that you tried to leave this pod, Engineer Ben, you think that it might be our time
Yeah,
to leave?
it's our time.
I've tried to
You've
leave.
tried to leave this pod
And
multiple
no way.
times, including the first pod.
Yeah, first of all, you want nothing to do with
I
it.
have things to do.
things to do. People to see, places to be.
Oh man, yeah. You don't know what it's like writing trivia questions week after week.
Week,
It's a thankless
horrible.
job.
Thankless.
No, I actually have a lot of fun doing it. So please don't leave me.
All right.
Well, I'm glad we're having fun.
That's been the No Shots podcast.
The No Shots podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning
See
in.
you
Like,
next time.
subscribe, comment, follow us on iTunes and Spotify
OnlyFans.
And YouTube.
and OnlyFans. The Patreon's coming out soon.
Good night.
Good night.
The No Shots podcast is brought to you by blurbs.com. You can follow and find the No Shots pod on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as YouTube. Like and comment. Thanks for listening to the show.